Welcome to the Mediocre to Magnificent podcast. I'm your co-host, Braxton Matson, and your host, Lee A. Williams, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in because you are what makes this pure magnificence. You are the ripple effect of magnificence, and we are going to bring you a message that will give you insight, inspire you, motivate you, and challenge you to not only grow in your magnificence, but let you know that you are magnificent in everything you do. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Lee, man.
Yes, sir.
We're here.
We are here.
Host Lee, co-host Braxton.
Man, you are wild.
We gotta get your mic sideways on that thing.
Oh man, I'm really just. That's good.
That's good, man.
No, don't
I
even,
love it. I'm not gonna edit this out. I'm not editing any of this.
Part of it.
I love this.
I was showing you a picture.
I
and
know,
I was telling
man.
myself, like, man, I'm gonna send it to because one of my clients, he's a golfer, man.
Like a diehard golfer kind of guy.
Avid golfer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send him one of those shots.
Man,
I mean,
that
I'm gonna act
because you had talked about it on the last episode.
I'm gonna act like, man, I got into golfing. And the way the picture, you can be like, oh, for real? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm in.
It's funny though, because it's like you love putt. Like, yo, that's one of the things. So the one you did on the last episode, you showed me pictures of it.
Yeah.
It looks like a legit golf course, except you're putting.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna send it to him and be like, man, I'm in, man. Let me know when you want to play.
That is so cool, man.
I just mess with him. So then he'll be like, where were you at? And then we'll strike up a conversation.
Right.
But yeah, the thought process, man, really was like the transfer of energy.
Yes.
And so like, and a lot of people don't connect. Like if I say the transfer of energy, like what are you talking about? Like where do you go with that? So I just tell a simple story.
Okay.
That we'll get the concept. So it's like, okay, man, I need to get gas. Need to fill up the car.
Oh, I know that feeling.
It's like, man, okay, well, it's $4 a gallon right here. Right around the corner is $4 a gallon.
$4 a gallon.
Yeah, for the sake of the story. Man, for the sake of the story.
So keep it simple.
$4 a gallon.
$4 a gallon.
And it's like, man, well, 15 minutes away is
$3.90.
or $3.85.
$3.85. Ooh, that's even better. Okay.
I mean, if you want to do $3.90 for simple math.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm on E, even though we've talked about this before. Don't you
pushing it, man.
Don't let it get on you. My dad is like,
man, I go through that all the time. Like this week, for real, we switched cars.
Half full, buddy.
Like we switched cars because it's so hot. And Candace's car, she don't have tinted windows. And she goes and picks up the kids, so she's got to wait in line and all that. AC works fine. It's just the heat down here is just unbearable right now.
It's coming through, buddy.
So she was using my car and I was using hers, and I got in the first day. That joker was on E, man. I didn't know if I was gonna make it to the gas station.
She left it for you. Oh,
so I'm sitting like, I gotta go to the closest gas station.
I gotta go straight to it, and it's
I got to.
It's $4 a gallon.
Yes.
So that's good that you said that because what if? See, that's great that we add another layer.
Yeah.
So we're already like, hey,
I gotta get gas. Like
right.
This is not.
But
this is.
So we're like, how many people? If everybody has to. I mean, I'm asking the question, but you're not gonna be able to tell me the answer.
Right.
But how many people are like, I'm going down to the 385 place, and it's 15 minutes away, and all you're doing, you're not going anywhere. This is just literally to go fill up and go back home. So if you say, let's keep it simple. So, how much is 10 gallons at $3.85 compared to 10 gallons at $4?
You want me to do the math on?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do the math. Let me pull it up.
Somebody probably could do it easy.
Yeah.
But
For how many gallons?
just a 10.
10 gallons?
10 gallon.
So at $3.85, it's $38.50. I don't know why I didn't do that in my head.
Right.
And then at $4,
it's 40.
It's 40.
So $1.50.
So it's $1.50.
And you took 15 minutes of your life.
$1.50.
And then people think, 15 minutes of your life. It's like, well, then you got to drive 15 minutes back.
So it's 30 really.
minutes.
30 minutes.
For $1.50 savings.
When you put it into numbers like that, yeah.
So, I coach people all the time. I mean, over the years, I've coached with you. I always say, like, especially when you're doing some real estate stuff and the big on, but really in life, it's really the lessons are being laid over into so many other realms. So the transfer of energy, we're thinking like, energy. It's like, just replace the word energy for money. It's like, so you're going to do a 30-minute trip for $1.50 savings? Like how much? Even if you like, how much do you get paid on your job?
Well, yeah, I was about to bring that up because I'm like, man, I ain't doing that. Like, shoot, for 30 minutes.
30 minutes,
$1.50? No,
you get paid an hourly wage.
Yeah,
and I'm not. No, this is no disrespect to that, but it's just to say, like, once I said that, you can compute, like, okay, even my job pays me this for an hour, so half an hour is this much.
Yeah.
$1.50? Go to the closest one.
Mm-hmm.
Fill up and get home.
Right.
Especially if you say, like, because I like being a deep thinker, right? Deep. It's like, you took 30 minutes, but this is your off day.
Oh, now you added that layer. Yeah.
This is the day that you're working on your business. This is the day you're working on your book.
Yeah.
You let the enemy trick you out of $1.50.
For $1.50. Man, the way you put that, that's like,
real?
Put the nail in the coffin.
This is real.
Yeah. But that's transfer energy.
Say the transfer energy with you. So that's why I said I love that. So your car's on E, and you're not familiar with driving this vehicle, so you don't really know.
I don't know the limitations.
We will make it.
I don't know if I can push it past the E mark.
So what if the transfer energy for you is like, man, I got to get to the 385. So now we're already saying for $1.50. The way I want to tell the story is you pushed it past, and now you're stranded.
Now I'm stranded. Now I don't have any way to get gas.
And you ran out.
And I've ran out.
So now you got to call your wife.
So now I got to call one.
Or whatever. AAA, tow truck, roadside assistant.
I know that's more than $1.50.
And be like, hey, I need you got to do the walk of shame. We've talked about several walks of shame on here. You got to do the walk of shame.
Go get a gas can.
Get a gas can, because you're too prideful. That's a whole nother podcast. That's a whole nother podcast. Like, man, I ain't gonna call nobody and let them know I ran out of gas. So you wanna.
I'm gonna do any measure.
Watch. You're gonna walk back to the $4 gas station that you passed. You're gonna walk back to the $4 gas that you passed to get to 385.
Man. Oh yeah, there's layers to it.
And then you're like, it's $1.50. That all this took place.
All this was over $1.50. Oh man! That makes so much sense. I know we're joking, man.
And I know there's somebody that's like, man, Lee, I really don't have the money, man. Like $1.50 does. Like when there's too much month at the end of your money.
Yeah.
$1.50.
It goes a long way. It really
goes a long way. So I don't want to only speak from the perspective of like, okay, Lee, well, you're at the level where you're talking $1.50. So I want to be compassionate and empathetic to the person that's like,
I need that. Yeah.
I need that $1.50. So this is coming up several times, and it might be coming up because it's in my energy. It's the frequency that I'm on in certain things, certain levels in my life. I just want to talk to the mentality. Like the mindset behind it. Like if you really don't have it and you're making the best choice for your family, I get it. But how can you get more discipline if that $1.50 really is necessary because you have too much month at the end of your money? Yeah. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul, and they're on a conference call.
Right.
You're trying to make ends meet, and two ends don't meet. We're talking about a mentality now, a mindset. Mm-hmm. So you don't let your car get to E.
Right.
And when you go to the grocery store, that's when you get gas at the 385 place. You don't put yourself in a predicament that, I just need to go straight to the gas pump.
Right.
And now I'm at the...
Yeah.
So there's a layer of this.
There is. Yeah.
But with the mindset piece, it's like, okay, if we say, hey, the transfer of energy and the mindset. Imagine if the day that you got in your car is on E and like you had a certain time to get there and you didn't allot for the time to stop. Where does that put you in the mindset? Like,
it's not,
Now you're flustered. So now this transfer energy is like, you've allowed this circumstance to disrupt your equilibrium.
Right.
But you're not supposed to let anything disrupt your equilibrium.
Right.
And now you start, man, I can't believe she let the gas get to E. And then she switched cars and said it was because of heat, but it's probably because she ain't got no gas. I mean, could you imagine if you go down that story in your mind?
Oh, yeah, we had joked about it. Because honestly, the way you said that, like, I didn't know that it was on E.
Right.
And when I processed it, that was the first thing that popped in my head. Was like, why is it on E?
Right.
But then it was like, there's this, like, I think we had talked about it before, is where you kind of like got to check it real quick.
Check it, man.
And it'd be like, okay, this is not the transfer energy that I really need to be having right now.
Right.
So it's like, okay, certain factors happen. You didn't know how to gas. It's got to have gas.
Gotta have gas, man.
It is what it is. Don't make that one blimp of the day cost the rest of your day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the point.
That's the point.
That's the transfer of energy where that's not an energy you want to transfer. You need to shut that down quick.
Yeah, every energy doesn't need to be transferred.
Yeah.
And we'll transfer stuff to the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like driving an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah.
To save $1.50.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't add up. Mm-hmm. But where else, if we were say, like, if I say, well, where's another area that you might be like, where is transferring energy?
Ooh, what about commute? That's a good one.
Oh, okay.
Commute.
Commuting?
Like, like commuting.
Yeah.
You know how, like, because I remember when I was going to college, I'd work on the south side of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But college was on the north side, Marietta.
Right.
And there was only two ways, 285 or 75.
285 or 75, buddy.
And I guarantee you, it don't matter which way you're going.
You're sitting in traffic.
You're going to be sitting in traffic. But it's like, okay, well, what can you do?
Which traffic do you want to sit in? I'm just playing.
But it's the same thing with the commute at work. Do you want to deal with the traffic, or are you going to allow maybe some extra time where it's not as trafficy, where you can kind of like a lot of people, they'll do like audiobooks. You can do like, I wouldn't say like meditation, but like really be in silence in a way, right. Like just kind of like calm yourself where you're not having to deal with all that stuff, but you got to allow time for that.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's the transfer of energy. Like, what kind of energy are you wanting to transfer? Because if you're going to go in traffic all the time.
If you say, like, okay, if I just left, and I don't know if this applies to this story, but if I just left 30 minutes earlier,
right,
I would beat the traffic. But somewhere in your mind, you don't connect, and you're just, Like you play the hustle and bustle every day, and then you're sitting in traffic, and then what traffic does to you.
Yeah, the mentality of what traffic would do to you.
Just the physiology.
Yeah.
Of what your body goes through. That, and it's like you're not willing to
Like 30 minutes.
leave 30 minutes early to be able to give that energy that.
I mean, it's amazing what 30 minutes does in my commute.
That 30 minutes is already getting energy from you. It's already zapping the life out of you.
Right.
So why don't you give it on the front end and not be disruptive?
And that's where the discipline comes into play, like you said. That's where the discipline comes into play.
And
it's
then,
like, do you really want it? Do you really want it?
Right. And then the same way we said the answers in the numbers, it still applies. Mm-hmm. The answer is 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah. The answer is 30 minutes earlier.
That's the number.
Yeah.
The answer is it's $1.50 different. I mean, right?
Right.
So then it's just interesting, man. Well, why do you think people allow themselves to play that game and to be on that vicious cycle of like, well, I'm gonna save money or I'll get there on time? It's like, but who you are when you get there is not what the company needs. Look,
and that's
you're not putting your best foot forward. Like mediocre to magnificent. That's kind of mediocre how you're showing up.
Right.
You're pushed out of shape by the time you get there.
Right.
I mean, road rage.
You ain't even started work yet.
Yeah. Like,
you're already in a mood when you walk in the door.
And then don't let your boss come and say, "Hey, I got a project." You like, and it has nothing to do with your boss.
Right.
It's like and because somewhere you really do know. Like, man, I should have left earlier.
Oh yeah. It's the priorities aspect too. I really do think like the discipline is like top notch to this.
So that's good. So transfer your energy into discipline. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't discipline yourself, something else will discipline you.
Yeah.
I.e. traffic. I.e. you're walking back to the $4 station that you passed. Because you like this is the way that this works. You'll drive to the 385 and you'll get caught by a train.
Oh, that's even better, man. You know, it's hitting so many levels.
You'll get caught by a train, man.
There's been days like that. I'll go to work and I have to go across this. No. It gets better.
It's a couple tracks.
It's better because my commute, you know, and my time's flexible, so it's not like I get bogged down with it. But I have two routes. I can either go the route that has to go over the railroad track, or I can go the route a little bit further.
That's over there.
That goes over a bridge over the railroad.
I know exactly where you're talking about.
And depending on the right time you get there, you're either going to wait on the train to pass, or you can just go. And it's like you make the choice. Mm-hmm. And you...
Let me ask you, how many times did you have to get caught by the train to know?
Oh, I still do it, man.
The window of like, if I don't
here's the
make it by this, I need to go a little further and go past.
Here's the thing about me. I don't even let the train bother me anymore. If the train stops me, the train stops me.
You got to that level of in your meditative practice.
Like, I'm not worried about it. I gotta stop by the train. I'll sit there because I may be flustered.
You're leaving early though.
I'll leave at the same time. Time.
But you had the discipline though.
And I'll be like, oh man, the train.
But I'm still good.
But I'm like, I'm still good. Like the circumstance of that is minute.
Yeah.
Like
why do people think like? Because have you ever been somewhere where like they should run lane road?
Oh man, road rage.
Or like, no, people start just pulling out and turning around. And it's like, and so like 6 cars leave,
And then the train goes by and you beat them to the light that they're trying to get to.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Man? But that's a very good illustration of like the transfer of energy. Like, I'd rather be the calm one that's there, present, and not having to worry about, I gotta get work.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so hot. Like, what?
So what happens if you're the person that, like, you're at the place and you've been running late and you've been making the wrong choices, and your manager, your boss, whatever, said, you only got one more time to be late, and I'm gonna have to let you go.
I think if it's been there, like, you've been told multiple times.
Do you think that behavior is what's fueling?
Oh yeah.
Like, is that what's fueling that behavior? Or do you think people just come unglued?
So you're saying like the person,
say if
the person that's being late all the time, and the routine that they're doing in their life is not working, obviously,
and then now they're the one
told
next time you're late, I'm gonna have to let you go, and then that's why they losing their mind at the tracks, or you think it's just
it's the discipline side, man.
Yeah,
I mean, if it was me and I was in that position, my mindset wise is like, hey, that's on you. Like, you made that choice.
Yeah.
You made the choice.
Yeah. How many times you were late to lead up to that before you say, hey, I got to get up 30 minutes early. I got to be 30 minutes early. Whatever your 30 minutes is, or whatever your $1.50 is.
Yeah, and I think sometimes I wouldn't say it's like hitting rock bottom, but it's like sometimes you got to like get to that point where it's like, okay, now I need to make the change. Right. But when can we get to that point where we're disciplined enough where it doesn't need to be that way?
Yeah. And you know what? Like, because some people, like my wife would be like, we got plans or a certain time, date, whatever. What time you want to leave? She makes sure to ask me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm like, okay, I don't even know how to answer.
Really?
No, I don't answer off the cuff. I said, I got to look.
Yeah. Well, it's the logistics. I'm like that too.
Like, where are we going? How far is it saying? And then I build in like, there's no way you're going to drive an hour away.
And traffic and.
There's no way you're going to drive an hour away and something's not going to be like.
Oh yeah, no way. Not where we're at.
Road work, construction, accident.
I'm constantly doing that. If somebody tells me I got to be there a certain time,
you got to have time built in.
I'm looking at the traffic, and all that stuff.
But that's what I was saying. And I might not have been doing a good job about the manager saying, okay, next time you're late. But it's with this example is to literally say, how long do you have to live life to say, okay, you're driving an hour and 10 minutes away, and you're going to leave in an hour and 10 minutes away from the time you're supposed to be there, and think that's real?
Yeah.
What transfer energy is that?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, some people really need to be coached on it, man. They really do.
Yeah. Like, what? I was teaching the kids last week. I said, if my definition of magnificence means punctual, if I'm supposed to be there at 1, I need to be there at 12:45. That's magnificent.
Yeah.
Mediocre is 1.
Right.
Mediocre is 1:15.
Yeah.
So if it takes me an hour and 10 minutes to get there, you got to equate for the hour and 10, the 15 minutes I want to be there early, the time that something might and you're like, Lee, that's too much time to give. I don't have that much time to give to this stuff. Well, I don't have the energy to give to be disrupted in my equilibrium, to be flustered.
Yeah.
Especially coming to a place that's hired me to do a job.
Yeah.
To create a certain energy, and now I'm off?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need that.
No. I got to be solid.
Yep.
I'd rather have oh, you're here early. Yeah. I'll ask some questions like, so, hey, what's y'all been going through? What y'all been working with? What's the main?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm speaking, when I talk to the CEO or talk to the manager or whoever, principal, whatever entity type, it's like, man, now I'm interlaying
right
all the stuff we talked about. and reiterate it from the conference call we had prior to the engagement. And it's like, man, this man really, he's super solid.
Right.
The word I'm looking for, he's magnificent. It's like, yeah, because
it's like you back up but you back up.
I'm transferring the right energy.
Right. That's what it is.
You're on E. This is a metaphor. And you're driving past the $4 station to save $1.50. You're on E. You need to get filled up.
Yeah.
And the discipline is what's going to fill you.
Yeah, because I feel like you were saying with the discipline, man. Yeah. The initial thing of being disciplined in certain things is always going to be hard. Like, it's not going to be easy. But the consistency that you get out of it, it's huge. It's a big deal when you can be consistent.
Yeah. And that stuff, like, if you're saying, well, Lee, what are those? What is that? If you're newly listening, it's like reading your word, praying to God, doing affirmations, doing gratitude, writing your journal.
Yeah.
What type of other reading are you doing?
I mean, it's like you that has to be like, are you getting your movement in?
Are you doing meals? So if there is something that comes up, like the train in your life, I mean, just tie it back to the story. Yeah. And you have to sit there. You're more equipped to handle it.
Right.
You're not like, oh man, this is the end of it. Like, I'm not gonna be able to deal with this. Like, no, I'm prepared for the train. I knew there was gonna be a train.
Yep. That was factored in. That was factored in the
you don't have to get ready when you stay ready.
I like that one. I like it.
So yeah, man. But yeah, so just
transfer of energy.
Look at what you're transferring energy to, man. It could be in the form of money. It could be in the form of discipline. It could be
mentality. Like, just
several layers to it. So just see where it fits for you. But I know I don't plan on keep driving past the $4 station for 15 minutes.
Especially if you're on E.
I got to at least be smart enough to plan it. Like, say, okay, when I'm in town,
right,
doing some other shopping, top it off. So I don't end up like Braxton. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh man, I like this one.
Oh, that's good.
Transfer rigidity, man. You know, discipline is key. It'll lead to consistency, and the worry goes out the window, man.
Yeah, we're talking magnificence on this one, man. Till next time.
This is your co-host here, Braxton Matson, and Lee and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we did making it, but we couldn't do it without you. So please hit that like button, leave us a rating, leave us a review. Let us know what topic or subject that you would like us to talk about in your journey from mediocre to magnificent. But most of all, share it. Be the ripple effect of magnificence and know that you are magnificent in everything you do. Till next time.